When you're smiling, when you're smiling.
Dory says, certainly, if you're good, I'll pay for your dinner as well.
When you're laughing, when you're laughing, the sun, you bring on the rain, stop your crying.
He says, where'd you get the rolls? He says, oh, sit there. He says, beautiful sunshine. It will lay on there. Tell you about the gentleman that died who was Jewish and the Irish fellow that died who was Jewish.